Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box, the #1 podcast that is funded solely by the fund used to fund the conspiracy that space is fake. I am the board game curator and game master extraordinaire, Jahananan. Sorry, we're on the space is real side.
This is also funded by Green Ronin Games. Go to the Green Ronin store. Check out all of their products, especially this. It is Thursday Age. We're playing our favorite Age games. This is the Expanse by Green Ronin. If you like what you see, pick up some games. Use code FRESHOUTTHEBOX at checkout. That's one of the ways we're funded, not just by the Space Denial Program. I do, in fact, deny space exists at all. And in our version of the Expanse, we took off from flat Earth, not a rounded Earth.
We are paid flat earthers. Yes.
Yeah, we just had to make a couple of changes to the book, but on we go!
And this is Captain Tremaine. I'm speaking to you now from the set of the next moon landing. I'm going to be playing Alyssa Lovelace tonight, but incredible, folks. You're getting it fresh out the box right here. Super fresh.
That set looks
and
cool.
That's all I got to say about it. I mean, just isn't it incredible? I mean, I will be playing Alyssa Lovelace tonight, though.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, a ttrpg and variety video game Twitch streamer who is not insane today, and I'll be reprising my role of I forgot my guy's name, Kayleen Hara.
I also like to remind people that I'm completely sane. It's a good thing to do.
That's what sane people do on a regular basis.
Yes. So, I'll do a bit of a recap. You guys are on a planet. The planet is covered by magnetosphere. And the sky is plagued by like constant auroras. It's very beautiful down here, but it does a bunch of shit to your communication abilities. Luckily, you've been able to repurpose some builder technology to communicate through the ground. That's what you guys are doing here. At your colony is run by a man named Mr. Raiden. I'm going to say his... I never gave his corporation name. I'm like, Raiden Corp. That makes sense. So, yeah. The Raiden Corporation is funding the colony that... Lovelace, you're heading up the research for the builder technology. You found several sites so far, but right now you think you hit the mother lode. You're in a massive underground complex that you think was created by alien hands. So, where we last left off, you guys had just captured a beast down below, winged beast, that you think has been plaguing travelers and whatnot on the surface. You've also put out a call for help to your driver and your Star Helix bodyguard. They have gone back to the colony to bring back more people. But in the meantime, you guys are here looking around. To remind you, you went through underwater caves, you went through a bunch of tunnels and whatnot, and you managed to find the beginning of this complex, which is like a bunch of like stone webs almost. Very thick, like stone. They look like webs, but they're very thick, like support. They're more supporty than webs would be. And you can kind of just walk through these holes, and it leads to this massive space that is a giant octagonal room. On each wall there is a door, a stone door. Some of them are shut, some of them are broken, some of them are collapsed. One of them is open, and then there is a shaft going up and down from the middle of this room. The area where you've discovered like controls and whatnot seems to be caved in. You would have to excavate in order to get a better idea of what's going on over there. But that's the basic.
I was last taking care of this bat creature thing during our downtime. While we were waiting for reinforcements back up, maybe an excavation crew or like a science team or something.
Yeah.
Then a vehicle was rolling up on us as we were trying to...
Right.
Yeah.
I thought...
That's sort of the last thing I remember.
Okay.
Sort of the last thing I remember is, we had just sort of wrapped up some of our downtime actions and we heard an
Interlude.
engine. Yes.
And one of you was...
an interlude in these books.
Yeah, you wrapped up an interlude. One of you was spying on this vehicle heading your way. It was you. Okay.
It was me. So I was up top.
I thought that was something I was going to do this session. I didn't realize I had teased it last session. Okay, so, off in the horizon, this vehicle draws closer. I cut it before you could really make any distinguishing features out, but now it is time. The vehicle is pretty modern. It's a treaded snowmobile that is larger, so it has like a cabin space inside of it. Like it's like a almost it's the size of a personnel carrier. It's pretty big, but it seems more utility than military. But it has these massive snow treads on it, and it's hauling ass your way. At first, you can't tell exactly. You've never really seen a vehicle like this before, but as it gets closer, you're pretty sure that's Martian technology.
I don't know if they're friendly or not. I'm gonna scamper up and hide up in like a tree, like instead, because I'm down on the ground level, like next to the hole where the rope is and stuff like that. Because I've been there for a while, just hanging about and then doing stuff. So as I'm sitting there, I see that I was like, oh crap! I just very quickly sprint towards the nearest tree and then scamper up it to just get to break, just so I have somewhere to. A vantage point maybe the branches and leaves will hide me.
Give me a stealth check.
That's Dex.
Yeah, that's dexterity
Man.
stealth.
Bang. Oops, I need to be in light mode on this one. Sorry. There we go.
12 is not great, but we shall see.
12 doesn't make it. I'll spend fortune to get it up. I don't have a lot of room to make it better, though.
So they're only going... so I don't know if it's going to be enough, but you might want to spend your fortune now because it's going to be a contested roll.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I can only change one of these dice. So for those at home, just so you know this as well, where you can spend fortune to up your dice to 1 for the regular dice and then 2 for each point on the drama die, the third die. I have a 5 and a 4 that I can max out to
There
6.
are side effects.
There are side
Maxing out the drama die is so expensive, but it's the most gain. So if I wanted to up it by 5, it's 10. I'd lose 10 fortune to up it. I don't want to be seen, so I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna lose 10 fortune
and gain 5, so it's going to be a 17.
Yeah,
17 is pretty high. It really
That will
sucked. It
increase
really sucked if
turn.
they still saw you.
yeah. Which hopefully that's enough. Yeah, because my last roll was guard wouldn't be enough. A lot of people could make that roll.
Okay. Cool. They're gonna pull up. They're not gonna pull right up to where the crevice is. You slid kind of out of a split in the rocks that's really hard to see if you don't know it's there. There are other areas that look similar to that around. None of them really go down very far, but the one that you came out through, it would be hard to notice. They pull off probably like a quarter mile away from you. They're going to start setting up. They're a bunch of people are going to get out of this truck. It's going to be 4 soldiers. 2 look like civilians. They're not armed or anything. And then 2 other people that are wearing like worker equipment. So you got like 2 civilians, 2 laborers, and 4 soldiers getting out of the snowcat.
And Corbinian does not recognize any of these people?
No, they. It's very clear now that they are from they're Martians. They're from the Martian colony that's on this planet, which is one of the few other colonies that are actually here. But you see them unloading from this vehicle, and they start looking around. You see one of the civilians is carrying some sort of device, and he's sort of waving it around. You can't really hear what they're saying from here, but they start setting up equipment.
I'll click the radio to kind of like so people know that they hear a radio click on their side, and then I'll send off a message down at at you guys on our suits. Martians up top hiding. So many X amount of soldiers, X amount of workers.
Shouldn't we make contact with them and let them know we already established an outpost here? If they set one up, it's gonna be first come, first served, and we're already here.
Can try, but there are troopers. Actually, are any of them in the full power suit, or are they just in the regular armor?
None of them were in power suits.
Okay. Sea troopers could make contact. Question mark.
I'm not sure what the correct protocol is here. It's over my pay grade.
Doc? Question mark.
Are they armed?
Yes.
Yes. I
They'd
am
be
Martian,
fools.
so I might be okay.
They'd be fools not to be armed, I tell you that, coming this far out into the wastes. We came out here armed.
If I was Cora, I wouldn't do it. But the doc, it's not her life. She would advise you to make contact.
Give tick. And I'll kind of sit up there and rest for a bit to recover some of my fortune.
You want any backup, or are you gonna go out there alone?
I'll say hi alone. We'll run. If I start sliding down rope, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, no shit.
I think it's a D6 plus my con plus my level, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I recover 8. That's not great, but that's better than what I got. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you recovered 8 out of 10. That's not bad.
I'll like very carefully slide my way back down the tree. Making an effort not to walk anywhere close to the hole because I don't want to give them any indication where our hole is. Things out of context. And I'll start walking over. I'll take my helmet off and tuck it in my arm, and then I'll go, "Hey!" I wave my hand at them. "Hello!"
They all like jump, and you'll see the troopers raise their guns. They start running over here, pointing guns at you.
I just let my helmet drop to the ground and keep my hands up.
The hell are you doing out here? They point guns at you. One of them's gonna come and like frisk you.
Yep, he'll find my he'll find my baton. That's my weapon.
We're backed by the local authority.
You're backed by a local authority.
Yeah.
The Martians also claim this world too.
Yeah, they'll find a baton, my climbing pick. Those are weapons? ? And they'll see my nice armor and stuff.
You don't have a lot of gear on you, do you?
No, I look like I'm geared up for climbing and diving and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, but do you have any food or anything?
I have some. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have some food, some water.
The one that frisks you will hold up your weapons and like drop them on the ground, and he'll stand behind you with his gun. The one asking the questions will be a middle-aged man. He's got some battle scars. What are you doing out here by yourself? He'll be looking around. You are by yourself, right? Anyone else out here?
Identify yourself, and I will treat you as a lawful person. Otherwise, I'm being held at gunpoint by bandits.
Bandits? Yeah, not many bandits rock the Martian emblems. Was it the MCR, right?
MCR, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a good MCR trooper identifies himself if they're on a lawful mission, right?
Yeah. Man, I didn't give this guy a name.
The benefits of actually being a Martian, running into these people like, no, we're all on the same side, don't kill me. Also, checking if they actually are bandits. Like, yeah, we're troopers, ? Like, you should know this. It's mandatory to serve.
Lieutenant Adams. And who are you? I'm Lieutenant Adams with the MCR.
Kayleen Hara. I'm a professional athlete out of the Aurora Colony. I'm here on an expeditionary work.
I don't see the rest of your expedition. Is it just you out here?
Nah, there's others around here.
Where?
They're elsewhere, Lieutenant. Don't worry, we're not hostile. We're a scientific expedition.
He's gonna nod at the other two of the other guards, and they're gonna start looking around.
Can I put my hands down, Lieutenant?
He'll eye you pretty hard. Yeah, I guess. Why don't you have a seat right over there? He's gonna like sit you down on a rock. The other guy's gonna stay behind you with a gun.
I'll kind of grab my helmet, like just casually, and like walk it over and sit down. Oh. You mind if I let them know that you guys are walking around so they don't get spooked? I point to my suit computer.
No, that's okay. What's your expedition doing out here?
Exploratory research on behalf of a client.
Yeah, you find something down here?
Found a bunch of damn crabs try to kill us, and some flying thing that tried to peck our eyes out, and the planet trying to kill us, but nothing new.
Sounds like
Haven't hit jackpot. I'll tell you that.
Sounds like you've had quite the day. Well, we're here investigating our own findings.
Oh yeah, find what you're looking for.
Not yet. He's just looking at you. The other two are looking around. They're trying to find where you came from. They kind of get far away, but they're going to be searching for a good while. What are the other two of you doing down below while this is going on?
I'm still alive.
What's the status of the creature?
It's more or less detained. It's more or less unconscious. It's completely tied up.
It's been fed.
It's been fed. It's kind of
There's
groggy.
an opening above, yes?
Mm-hmm.
By now there'd be a rope.
Elroy?
By now there'd be a rope that I would have dropped down by now.
There's a rope hanging.
I'm thinking this old horse needs to rest before we push him too hard. I still don't trust him enough.
We've got a comrade that's in trouble, though. Desperate times.
Well, I asked Kalen if he wanted backup. He said he ain't in trouble till he comes sliding down that rope.
All right. Can we seal off this room?
The room that you're in. There
I
are.
might be able to.
There is a door that you came through that was open when you got down here. You try to close
I
it.
might be able to climb up that rope and push a rock in front of the cave or something. Stack
Can we
a
seal
few
the open
rocks.
door?
What's that?
Or
Is there a mechanism we can seal the open, or close the open door with?
Most of the mechanisms you found were in the caved-in room. You can try searching around, trying to figure something out, though. If you want to study the door,
Yeah,
see
I'd
if
like
you can't
to-
close it.
Yeah, I want to try and close off this door.
Give me your intelligence technology. Nineteen's pretty good. Churn goes up because you rolled a 6.
and I dropped the turn because I spent fortune.
True that. Oh yeah.
Oh, and it went up again because the die was put to a 6,
Yep.
and I succeeded. So
All right. Churn's at 26.
you're welcome, everybody.
Just for the record. Yeah, so with that roll, yeah, you have the control rod that you've been using successfully to control a lot of this builder tech on the planet. You are able to find the mechanism to close the door. It's just like a hole. It's like a tube that's like cut at an angle, so like it comes up, kind of looks like a lipstick. You know, that like sheer angle that goes down, but it's hollow on the inside, and you can just slide the control rod in there, and you can kind of work it that way.
Okay, so here's my tentative plan. I'm not doing this yet. I'm discussing with the team. I'd like to get some sort of adrenaline shot or something, if we have it, into this thing to wake it up, and it doesn't kill it, and seal off the room with Elroy and myself outside of it, and direct Kayleen to send them down and direct them to where we are.
On a meta, as a Martian, you've probably never heard my character talk crap about Martians. So it is doubtful Kayleen would send fellow Martians to into a dangerous situation unless he thought his life was in danger.
The doc isn't communicating that to you, though. The doc is just going to tell you to send him down to us.
Yeah. If Kaylee doesn't twig to it, he might say yeah. If you guys wanted to meet them, he's like, oh sure, I'll send them down. I'll think everything's fine.
I mean,
Although if
maybe
they
we
get
could do
hurt,
like
Kaylee may think lesser of you. But whether or not your character gives a damn about that's up to you.
Yeah.
I like your gumption, Doc. How about we mix both plans? If Kalen comes screaming down that rope, we'll hit this thing with an injection, amp it up, and run the hell out the other side of that door and seal it behind us.
And what's the GM ruling? Is this possible?
To give it the shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys have a med kit, I'm pretty sure. And in that med kit, there's probably like epinephrine or something that would do a similar adrenaline nonsense. So yeah, you could probably do that.
All right, cool.
Adrenaline shots happen. They're not, especially on a ice cold planet like this in a survival kit. Yeah, there's probably one adrenaline shot.
As long as it doesn't kill the poor alien creature.
As long as it
I'll
doesn't
hold
kill it.
until the group. I'll hold until the group gives okay, but I'd like to set up to do this as soon as it turns necessary.
Okay, so you have a contingency plan. Gotcha. That sounds good. Kalen, back up top. They're looking around. They can't find where you came from. They find some of your tracks, but they can't lead them back to the hole. They didn't roll very well.
I'm gonna spend some of this time just chatting with the lieutenant, trying to increase his attitude toward me.
What
just
are you
making
saying?
friendly, talk about Mars.
There are communication stunts that will do exactly that.
That's my idea. Yeah. Basically, I'm just talking Mars, and here's the planet. How's the weather? Oh, did you see that storm the other month? Oh, that was terrible.
So you're telling him you're from Mars?
Oh yeah.
Give me a communication check.
Brain communication's called communication. Persuasion. Bang. That's not amazing.
It's not very good.
I don't want this guy to hate me, so I'm gonna spend more fortune. Sorry. 4 fortune to bring it up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bring it up by 4.
So
what dice are you changing? Oh,
the 2.
The 2 to a 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it turns to a 15 instead.
That's better. The fact that you're a Martian will put him at ease a little bit. Not a lot, but definitely, an unconscious, like, oh, another Martian? Okay. But he'll start asking you questions about why aren't you working with any of the Martian colonies? What are you doing working for Raiden?
That's who sponsored my my ticket out. Plus, I wasn't serving when I left, so I didn't get a nice assignment. So it's either stay back in Seoul or take the corporate contract.
Gotcha. Well, I guess
I'm willing to throw deception at that because that is a lie.
At what? What's a lie?
That's not why I'm here.
That's true. Yeah, go ahead and give me deception.
Just out of all fairness.
I didn't even think about it.
13. I'll spend 2 to up it to 15. Ow.
Turns 28,
yeah, no. I'll up it by 2.
He'll look at you funny. That's so. He'll ask you about. He's on to you a little bit here. What exactly did you say to him? What'd you lie about?
Oh, yeah, no, I just couldn't get good work. This is the last ticket I punched. That's not true. I'm on a golden ticket because of my previous employer.
Yeah.
This is my getaway from from my actions.
Yeah, you're like kind of in hiding, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what was your last job?
Oh, I did some spelunking on Olympus Mons, stuff like that. Touristy stuff.
Is that,
Problem is, that doesn't look great on resumes.
is that a lie?
Technically, he was there, but it wasn't for tourists. There's dead bodies left in Olympus Mons because of me.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a deception.
Because I was an ex-corpo spy sort of guy, so... 12. If I make it, I get some points.
You did not make it.
That's unfortunate.
I see. He's going to look at the guy behind you and nod. And that guy is going to grab your arm and pull it behind your back. And he's going to start cuffing you.
I'm going to push away from him and sprint for the hole.
Okay, give me a dexterity. Acrobatics? If you have it.
Totally have it. 19.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna try to not let you go, but we'll see.
They could roll great. Who knows? Please don't. I mean, I can re-roll, but that's a pretty good roll for me.
13.
Oh, thank God.
He's like, oh shit, and it throws him off. He's not expecting you to be that quick. You're going to run for the hole.
I basically just headfirst dive and grab onto the rope and just slide my way down.
I'm going to give you some defense here because you're moving so fast, but they're both going to shoot at you. What's your defense?
It is... Before I answer that, was I within 22 yards of the hole?
You weren't far from it. I mean, sure. If you need to be there, then yeah, that's fair.
Then I might request an initiative because I might have moved before they shot me.
Well,
they might have better dex and initiative than me.
It's all kind of, what do you call it? Simultaneous.
Ah, darn. I thought I'd try.
It's more of a reactionary thing than an actual, like, term. They're just like, oh, shit.
Defense is 12.
It's because they were on edge. Your defense is 12.
Yeah. They were setting on prepared actions. That makes total sense.
Is it 12? Okay, so the first one hits you. The second one misses because you're diving. The first one does catch you a little bit. For 8.
8 damage?
Yeah, we'll say Lieutenant Adams nicked you a little bit. There's a lot of...
I only take 2, thank God.
Okay, yeah, see, that's not so bad. You got peppered up a little bit, but you dive down the hole. You grab the rope, you slide down. Give me a one last athletics check to not break your neck doing this.
Yeah.
17's pretty good. You slide down the rope like a badass. You guys see this happen. What are you guys doing? You guys drugging a bet?
Well, Doc.
I look at Elroy and say, now can I?
Yeah, I'll snap the restraints, sure.
All right. I want to drug this thing up and hit it with a shot of adrenaline. Immediately rush everyone out as fast as possible, and then seal off the room.
It's going to make a lot of high-pitched, like, chirping noises. This large mammalian lizard bird thing. It's going to make a lot of chirping noises. It's going to thrash about, trying to get the ropes off of it. And you guys run for the door. And then you close it behind you, you said?
As long as all 3 of us are behind it, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can make it. 2 of them are already down there with the bird. So let's see how this goes. Alrighty. Yep, two of them slide down the hole. And you hear gunfire, you hear screaming, you hear the bat creature flying around. You hear a lot of noises through the door. You guys just sitting on the other side waiting?
A lot of crazy sounds going on. Do we have any booby traps we could set in case they get out?
We should keep moving and get away from that. Martians are good shots. We don't want to stay here.
Yeah, but do we have anything we could set, like an improvised explosive if they get through the door?
If you have some grenades on you, maybe, but I don't know how to set up. I mean, he might know how to set up bomb traps.
Unless they got one of those, and I'm going to point at your alien
The patrol
rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they got one of those, I don't think they coming through that door. They're going to have to go all the way back around and swim down the hard way.
You don't know if they have one of those.
Yeah, unless they got one. That's what I said, yeah. Elroy doesn't think they do, but it's certainly possible. Gary thinks it's possible.
Yeah, they might have a high explosive. If they can't get through the door and they want to get by it, they'll set up explosives at the rock face and just obliterate the stuff around the door.
By the time they get done with that mining operation, our backup should be here. They're only a couple days out. Them Martians come through this door and I'll start swinging. Unless y'all really want to go back up and swim back up the reef. Worry about all them creatures out there on them damn planes you was talking about, the ones that attacked the
Did we go
transport.
back the way we came, or did we go deeper in?
I think we went back one room. That's what I was imagining. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Alright, so you initially came through the holes in the reef, into the sea cave, down the suction tube that emptied into a room that you discovered was designed to drain. At the end of that room, there is a door. You guys, through that door, there's like a little bit of a cave system. You climb up through what kind of looked like a worked stone ramp into the chamber where the bat creature was. That's the room right behind you. And then from that room, you can go up through the rope that Corbinian just slid back down. That leads straight to the surface. Or you can go through the door underneath the stone spider webs where the builder technology site is.
I assume that's where you guys were going, was there.
That's where you guys
Okay,
are.
this is a
Yeah.
Okay, this is a new door. I thought we went back one door. Okay, my
did too.
misunderstanding. Yep.
Well, technically, you're through whatever door you want to be. Because it was up
Yeah,
to
because
you.
we could be running for our lives for this other door. But I
Yeah,
imagine
did you guys want to go back
deeper
through the
in.
door towards the reef or towards the octagonal room that has all the builder tech in it?
Yeah,
I'm down
probably
for the
that one.
octagonal.
Yeah, now that we realize that's the case, yes. I didn't realize there were two doors here. So
Yes.
yes, that's what I want to do.
Hey, sometimes you need clarification.
Yep. Forward!
Theater of the mind.
Okay, so you guys are in this room. I'll describe it a little bit more. So the door directly behind you, sealed. You guys closed it. To your left, there is an area that looks like a control room that is caved in, but you can kind of see some panels here and there underneath a bunch of collapsed stone. To your right is these octagonal walls. They are very clearly worked stone. They're in this kind of artificial honeycomb shape that seems to be there for possibly aesthetics, definitely for structural support. The all 8 walls are kind of in this honeycomb texture that goes pretty deep. The holes go pretty deep. Each wall, once again, has a door. The one behind you is one of those doors. One door is open, and then the rest are a mixture of either shut, broken, or caved in. And then there is a shaft in the middle of the room going up and going down.
I would like to get immediately to work on the panels.
Okay, so you
I'm
want to
gonna
try
start-
to excavate the room.
That's what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to move rocks for the dock. As the dock's trying to get to panels, I'll move whatever rock needs to be moved, and I'm going to move them straight to the door we just came through. So if they work it, if they open it, they're going to have to blow through a small cave-in anyways, a little man-made one.
Alrighty, give me a strength check.
I was
Yeah.
born for strength checks. May I use strength might with
Might works.
the might? Yeah, I thought I might be able to. I rolled a 16.
16 is pretty good. You're able to dig pretty well. You don't have the perfect tools for this, but with your big wrench and your muscles, you're able to work the bigger stones and kind of block the door off a little bit better. And give the doctor a little bit more space to work. So this is going to make your job a little easier, Doc. I'm going to say, right now you're trying to free the panels. So I would say dexterity to like manipulate the panels and get stuff like clear, or perception to see like where the best place to move things and like what you're trying to get.
Okay, I'm going perception.
Perception works.
Only 11.
11. I mean, you see some panels. You're not sure which ones are the best ones to go for, but you start clearing them off. One of them, the one that you are working on, you see several, right, arrayed in kind of like a semicircle. Most of them are covered. The closest one to you, you'll be like, that's good enough, and you'll start clearing that one. And your friend Elroy will help you. What are you doing, Corbinian?
Do I have enough time for a breather
Yeah.
while they're doing all this? Yeah, I am going to take that breather and get my fortune back.
You'll hear the noises in the other room. Quiet.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You don't hear much else going on over there.
And I lost my damn pick and my baton. Great.
You did. Make sure
Damn
to
it.
mark that on your
Damn it.
character sheet. You do not have either of those things.
Oh, well, at least I have enough money now to buy them back.
Okay. You guys
I'll buy
will.
new ones anyway.
How long are you guys willing to work at this?
Yeah, hours, because we don't, not like we have another choice at this point. We've got backup coming. The more we can stall the Martians, that's all we really need to do at this point. So,
Do you
yeah,
have
I'll work.
Do you guys have equipment that could be made into an improvised explosive at the door that they would be coming through?
No.
Nope.
You guys, yeah, most of the explosives you guys had were like flashbangs, and you used all of those in your bat fight.
What about these rocks that we moved out of the way? Could you guys try to barricade that? I don't think the dock
That's
would be much
exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm clearing the rocks for you and barricading the door that we came through.
Yeah.
And I'll work tirelessly through the night doing it. I'll devote, 20 hours to it. You asked how long we'll do it. I'll do 20 hours of moving stones to block this door.
I guess the doc will keep at it until she sees a better option. She does have, some expertise in exo technology.
Yeah.
At most, I'll probably scout a little bit, not moving too far from you guys. Like, I want to stay within like shouting distance, but
after a
might go
few
down the
hours,
hall and come
you
back.
are able to clear one of the panels. You can start messing with that. Go ahead and give me your technology check. $13 with 5 stump points. Not actually too bad. This panel, you're looking at it, just the way the controls are laid out, you don't think that it's going to mess with anything in the octagonal room really all that much. What exactly is your goal actually with these panels? Like, what's your desire when you're doing
I'm
this?
desperately looking for anything to save us, or just block them off, or
finding an exit, like a map of something, might not be bad. 'Cause there's probably more than one way out of this place. One hopes.
yeah, it's definitely a survival drive at this point.
Okay. So the panel that you're at, you could tell it's not the panel you're looking for. But you are able to mess with some of the dials and stuff, and you realize it's like, oh man, there's lights in here, and you turn on some really, really old lights, and they kind of come on with a hum, and they sort of hum like fluorescent lights.
I did something.
So it's not dark in
It's
here
not
anymore,
so-
which is good.
Any water or liquid or anything like that around here?
Only what you brought with you. There might be some. So the room that you're in, the walls are that honeycomb, like I said. You might be able to look in some of those to see if any cave water's been forming, if you're looking for more water. That's something you want to do?
I was
That's
just thinking
not-
about trying to electrocute them or something.
Gotcha.
I don't have anything.
It's been
Really?
a couple hours, and you haven't heard anything from the other side of the door.
Maybe
Hey,
they're
y'all
dead.
want me to keep stacking rocks over here? I don't think anything's going on back there.
I'm gonna move up to as close to the door as I can and literally rest my ear against the door. Well, not literally, but like as close to the door as I can. Try to listen to see
Give me a
if I hear
perception
any them talking and stuff.
check, hearing if you have it.
13.
Don't hear much.
I'm not hearing any chatter on the other side of that door. Either they're not in there, or they're being really quiet, or this door muffles sound more than I think it does.
At this point, I don't want to dig us back out, so hopefully we find another way around and can double back.
Doc's gonna do the only thing she can do to help, and that's keep trying to work on the tech that she has here, I guess.
Well, there's that other passageway, yeah?
Yes. So there are technically 3 other ways out of this room currently. One of the doors on the wall is open. Don't know where it goes. And then there's a tunnel going up and a tunnel going down.
Does the panel I do have give any information or anything that I could glean?
So now that you have the panel uncovered and like some of the rocks are out here, Elroy's been clearing a lot of it. You can see there's one of those like bent mirror screens that operates with the sand from the last site. You see that back there, but you don't see any sand.
I mean, I guess I'll try to activate it. I don't know what else to do besides keep going.
I'm gonna pop on my helmet during that and check the O2 levels in this room. If we're burning through, if it's sealed or it's generating its own O2 or it's open to the outside air.
You're gonna be deciphering your readings on that. So give me an intelligence check.
Well, 13 and 13 hit it. I have stem points.
It's hard to tell, but 13 is not bad. So you get to know it doesn't seem like this is open to the open air. It seems kind of stale in here. Seems like ever since you closed the door that there might be finite supply, but it's a big room. And there's a tunnel going up and down. There's lots of air in here, but you can tell there's no fresh air coming in. Also, Dr. Lovelace, you did have stunt points earlier with your technology check. You had 5.
Oh, you might.
Right.
Yeah, you want to resolve that before I do mine.
Can I get intuition for investigation stunt?
Intuition for investigation stunt.
And I'll spend a 3rd point on flashback.
Wait, they're in here.
Oh yeah, flashback's gonna help a lot. So the flashback, that one's easy. So you see the screen over there. There's no dirt around here. That's how you made it work last time because there was that electric sand. You have some of that sand with you that you generated back in your lab. So you have some of that. Intuition. The GM reveals a fact about the object you tested you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting with it. Get 2 clues. Okay, so yeah, you can tell which panel you need to use, and you can have Elroy clear it. It'll be another couple hours, and you'll have full access to these panels. It seems that this controls... You can control the lights, you can control the doors from this panel. But there's another thing that, given your intuition about how buttons and stuff work, it seems like there's like a recall and send button. You don't know what it recalls and sends, but you find that button. And once the panel is clear, which we'll fast forward a few hours. Do you guys want to do anything in that time, other 2 people?
I want to change the way my rocks are stacked, just for the theater of the mind for everybody. Now that we're not hearing them coming, now that I don't think I need this whole thing blocked, I'm going to stack it like 4 or 5 feet high, but completely flat. That way we can still come in and out of this room. You just have to belly crawl for like 10 feet to get into this room. So if anyone comes in, they'll have to crawl straight at us. We'll have a great vantage point on them. We can crawl in and out of the room. We can get fresh air back to the bat chamber, but a giant bat creature can't get in here. So I'm changing my stack. It's just a giant rectangle of rocks.
What about you?
And it's now OSHA compliant.
Yeah.
Can I spend toward infiltration stunts at this time?
Yeah.
For that last roll I did.
You are
I'm going to yank. I am going to pull. I'm going to calm the water by 5 points.
Which raises it by 1.
Yeah.
So net 4. All right. There's 24 churn. Yeah, you calm the waters. You're in this room, letting things sort of calm down a bit, looking around at runes. What could go wrong? All right. So the time passes. The runes are cleared. You guys are getting tired. It's been a long day, but hey, you pull the electric sand out of your backpack. It immediately gets drawn into the screen. You can start seeing it pop up with different displays of symbols, that kind of thing. But you also see what you recognize as a topological map, like in the corner. And it looks like it depicts the area. You're going to push the send recall button?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I'm going for it.
You just immediately, I wonder what this does. Bonk. The door that's open.
You really do live your life that way.
The door that's open, the lights will sort of like start going do 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 do, and you'll hear a loud noise coming from that direction, like kind of like a high pitched like wind rushing noise.
I'm going to move to where the control room is. I'm going to assume that room's safe to be in. Was that you, Doc? Well, that just sort of happened. Well, if you didn't do it, make it. Well, if you didn't do it, make it stop. If you did do it, let me know so I know it's on purpose.
Are we seeing any consequences from this?
Not. You're hearing something coming very quickly down that hallway all of a sudden. So it seems like you recalled something to this room. You don't know what it is.
Does it sound organic in any way?
No. Not specifically. Okay. It sounds...
You said just kind of a high-pitched screeching. I was making sure there wasn't another bat creature just hauling ass down this hallway.
No, it's a consistent, like, non-stop, high-pitched squeal. It's not overbearingly loud. That's not the loudest part. You just hear some scraping that's like a constant scraping. It seems really far away, but it's coming towards you. But you hear, like, this air pressure noise rushing towards your room. And it takes a while, so you have a little bit of time here. Is there anything you want to do in these last moments before it gets here?
I'm gonna hide as best I can within the debris or behind the debris in the control room. Yes.
I'll raise my weapon.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what this is all about.
Alrighty, you feel the room start to rumble a bit. And something comes screaming down the hallway. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break. We're we're at the halfway point here. So, oh hey, Loki TV redeemed on-screen celebration for 40 bits. Does that mean we're supposed to celebrate on screen? I think so. Yeah.
Celebration.
Yeah. All the
Come
buttons.
on, celebrate and have a good time.
And that's break
Is that
time.
what we do?
We'll be right back in like a loose 5. See you guys there, and you can find out what's coming down the hallway. Oh, put an emote on screen.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Be right back. Yo, 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 what up, G? Welcome back to The Expanse from Green Road Publishing. I'm still Johanan. I'm still the game master?
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm reprising my role as Elroy Cormax, the guy who solves things with the business end of his massive wrench. It's real heavy, it's real impressive. It goes thwickety thwack, and I've been moving rocks. I'm so glad you guys could join us.
And this is Captain Tremaine. I am playing, maybe sociopath, certainly career-driven, Dr. Alyssa Lovelace, who seems to have gotten the group in a bit of a bind.
I'm A.D. Springer, also known as Corbinian. Reprise my role as Kayleen Hara, the totally an athlete and not a Martian spy, a corporate Martian spy. He is 100% just an athlete. Don't worry about it.
Alright, where we last left off, Dr. Lovelace hit the button. A button that she suspects sends or recalls something to this room. Upon doing so, one of the 8 doors to this room, the one that was open already, begins to light up, and a noise comes screeching out of it. It takes a minute for it to actually get here, building louder and louder as the air pressure gets tighter and tighter in here. Suddenly, it comes screeching through the door. It's a large stone tube, completely encased, completely smooth, comes rocketing into this room, and it stops right before it gets to the hole in the middle of the room.
I'm going to put my helmet on.
And it sort of, you hear like air escape.
any changes to the sand screen?
You can see the topography shifting when that thing's coming, probably from the vibrations that's causing in the ground. But some of the symbols do shift, and now there is. You have a couple new things pop up. The screen does shift a bit, and it seems like it's displaying new information. Seems like you might have new options now.
I would like to attempt to interpret the meaning.
All right, go ahead and give me intelligence, not technology, something else. Do you have anything alien related?
Research?
You can try research.
Science?
Science might be better. Yeah, science.
All right.
Science is a pretty blanket term.
Same points. So.
17's not bad. That 6 in the drama die does cause the churn to go up to 26. Yeah, so you are able to decipher some of the meaning here. You don't know what any of these symbols mean, but you can tell that you have new options with this thing in the room. You think that now you can send it. You're not sure if you'd be sending it up, down, or through one of these other doors. But there also seems to be some controls pertaining directly to the cylinder.
Send it.
Just keep saying.
Yeah, I don't want to get in it. Yeah, I want to experiment. Can I tell, like, with this topological map, is this current or is this a representation of the planet billions of years ago?
Seems live.
Okay, cool. Can I tell kind of where our old or where our base is or anything like that?
The topography that it's showing here spans out for several miles, but does not get close to your colony.
Okay. So I don't see the station on there or whatever this thing is that Dr. Stone is at, the original site that we went to.
The first site? No. That's also too far away.
Okay. How crazy you guys want to get with this?
Well, I wonder what that tube's even for. I mean, is it munitions? Is it transport? Actually, I'll step out and I'll start like walking around to examine the cylinder to see if it looks like it's an elevator of some kind.
Wonder if we can get inside.
That's why I'm wondering now.
You just looking at it?
Yeah.
So the doc requests that Elroy goes to the next room to see if there's any living test subjects to choose from.
Oh God.
Back to the room we just came from.
Yeah.
Back to the bat disaster room.
Yes, if something still has a heart or anything like a heart still beating, bring them in. We need live test subjects for this.
Doc, I don't know how I feel about live test subjects. I'm just here to make sure scavs don't cause a problem, and we'll try to keep things together in case they get off track.
If you're volunteering, sir, go ahead. I'm certainly not. I need to watch from the screens.
Yeah, last I checked, the UN doesn't approve of people being butchered into paste, so I don't think you can make anyone do anything there, Doc.
We are quite far out their jurisdiction. I am not demanding anything. I'm simply requesting. You are not being forced to do any of this, sir.
I gotta tell you, Doc, I am curious about the situation in that room, to say the very least. I may not bring back a test subject, but I am curious what happened over there.
Find survivors. I believe this may be a transport mechanism at some point, and if we can, of some sort, and if we can send them there, we could save them. You are delaying their care, sir.
I'm gonna go peek through the door.
You're gonna open it?
Yeah.
You're gonna look over the top of it, that little wall you made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see blood on the ground. You'll see like a leg, like just coming into view, but whatever it's attached to is around the corner. That's about all you see.
Go ahead and close the door.
Hear anything?
Looks like a blender. The inside of a blender. Pretty much everything you expected to happen in there happened, Doc. Talking about body parts and blood, piles of viscera. Doesn't sound like anybody's living, and if they were, they'd have screamed, and I bet that bat wolf thing would have come down and ripped them apart. Well, for what it's worth, ain't no live test subjects. Kalen, you figure out a way to get into that damn thing, or what?
I'm trying to see if there's even a door into this thing.
It is
If it even is a transport.
seamless tube.
Yeah, it looks seamless. If it opens, it's well hidden.
When you say tube,
It's like I mean, it's a big cylinder with like a smooth front, kind of
Is
like
it-
like a crayon.
okay, so it's
Horizontal
like a
or
torpedo.
vertical?
Yeah, it looks like a torpedo. Yeah, and it's horizontal.
Maybe it's a kinetic lance.
I guess I'd like to just start experimenting with these additional options that I have now that it's here.
You gonna push some of the random buttons?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back to the control room.
If I can't interpret it, I'm gonna experiment with it. Yes.
We'll see what your educated guesses get you. Go ahead and give me a technology check. I'll at least let you make educated guesses. 20's not bad.
Okay.
And it's 5 stump points.
You have 5 stump points. Feel free to use it. A 20 doesn't get much better than that. So, yeah, you think you understand. You're like, it would make sense if this is how you opened it, and seams will appear on the tube, and it will sort of like rock backwards and open up a little bit. And now it kind of looks like a train made out of rock. Kind of looks like you could get inside it like a subway.
Oh, it's like a bullet train looking thing.
It looks like a bullet train, yeah.
Or bobsled, I suppose. Bobsled of hell.
It doesn't have any wheels. It's just a solid cylinder.
Okay, I'd like to use 2 points for intuition and 1 point for aha
Intuition and
investigation.
Oh, that's a pretty good band.
Give me clue.
Give me clues.
Make them good.
This isn't distracting or anything.
So the facts that you will
He's
notice
helping you.
that you couldn't simply deduce. You're pretty sure that if you could get some of these other doors open, you could confidently send this tube down those doors. You're not sure how to open the doors. They seem damaged mostly. There'll be some work involved in doing that, but you're pretty sure you could do it. It definitely seems like some sort of transit system. But there is some other function you're not quite picking up on. You can tell that. You think it can go down and up as well. But then there's still some controls that, like, you're like, if that does that and that does this, these controls, I don't know what these ones do. They seem unrelated to transportation. So that's going to be what your intuition tells you. Aha, I reveal an additional useful fact of the object. You get +1 per SP. You only spent 1 on aha?
Yeah, I didn't want to spend 4 and bring up the
Yeah.
turn.
So your next test pertaining to this will get a +1. Because you're starting to understand the controls, period, like, better. Like, this is the most you've understood one of these panels so far.
Do you think that topography is like a rail network sort of thing? Like it shows where this thing can go?
Oh, look, the acrobat is good at mental gymnastics. Well, Yes, very good. Sorry.
Well, I'm asking you.
Burn.
Um.
It's not
So
my fault. Still use 20th century tech.
the I think I asked Stone to set up a beacon with a spike at this other site. Does that help me at all with this topography map and kind of deciding what direction we might want to try?
You using your communications array. Do you have your spike set up here?
I think we have it with us.
Yes, our spike is actually set up in the last room. We set it up in the flying
Right.
bat creature room, and I cut the comm spike at the end of last session as the Martians were rolling up.
Yeah.
But then I didn't cut it this session or to make sure it was cut. I didn't know whether we wanted it cut or not. Then we used it to communicate for a long time. So we have one in the last room, and I'm not sure if it's cut or not. That's up to you.
We should probably go get it if it's still in there.
I feel like we could control it remotely.
Yeah, it's essentially an antenna.
But yeah, it's there and it's planted. We just had turned it off for a minute.
Oh heck, if you can talk to it from here, go.
Yeah,
for
do you
it,
want to try and access it?
Yeah.
And you're trying to communicate with Dr. Stone at the other site.
I'm basically trying to determine which path might be the way. I want to try and get in this tube and surprise them.
Gotcha. So,
I know that look. What the hell do I say?
yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly.
Because you know the answer,
You know the
but we
answers.
don't.
So, you are able to you can definitely talk to Dr. Stone, and since you have a signal, you can tell which direction that site is. It is going to be the way you came down. It's going to be like the back. When you come in the room, it's going to be like towards the back of the wall on the left side. There's a door that leads that direction.
Does it seem like a working door?
It's one of the ones that's closed, not caved in.
Cool.
But yeah, so you are able to ask Jeanette. You can talk to Dr. Stone if you want to. You do have communication available.
I just like to throw like a random rock, some sort of object around me in this thing and try to send it to Dr. Stone and give him a heads up something's coming and to let me know if it arrives intact.
You're trying to throw a rock there.
Yeah.
You throw a rock, it hits the door, and it's like,
No, I'm trying to put it in the thing.
You're trying to put it in the
central.
tube?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to send it to
It's a
Dr.
passenger.
Stone and see if that works. Yes.
In order to send it down that door, you have to figure out how to get it open first.
All right. I'd like to work on that.
So yeah, go ahead and go up to the door. Give me a tech check to see what's wrong. You get a +1 because of your aha, which isn't bad. So it seems that these doors can only be opened one at a time. And you're starting to wonder if maybe each one has its own tube. So, yeah, you could probably figure it out. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna hit a button. It sends the tube away. You hit another button. It closes the door. You hit a third button. It opens the door. And you hit another button, and a tube shows up. This takes like an hour, for all said and done. But you now have.
Also, I'm going to spend
Yep.
my stunt points on intuition.
Intuition. Okay, so given the angle, this is something you definitely couldn't have noticed just by interacting with it. That tunnel definitely goes towards the other site, but it does not seem to line up directly with it. And you do not know where at that site it would come out. So you're not sure if it goes straight there or if there's something else nearby. But yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end my turn and give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? This guy's sending trains back and forth.
I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
crawl
watching
over to
Doc
the
do
last-
Doc stuff. Go ahead, Corbinian.
No, go ahead.
I just moved rocks for like 20 hours. This is probably my time to get my rest and my break now. Doc can do computer stuff, and I will just lay back and watch. I've got a sort of high technology, so I'm watching what Doc's doing. It's like watching somebody play a video game that you're trying to understand the rules to, but they don't quite understand the rules. So I'm trying not to backseat drive, but I'm also sort of curious what Doc's up to. So just kick back and watching the screens.
Yeah, you
Might
have
be
gonna
worthwhile to mention the doc is making it this long because she's pumping herself full of med. Like she's taking pills to stay this.
you're on Adderall.
Yeah, I'm gonna be checking out the last room to see if the Martians are there, and see if I can scavenge anything out of off their bodies.
Okay, so you
Assuming
open the
Mr.
door.
Bat isn't still there.
You open the door and go out to the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go over there. There are the remains of 3 Martians. There is like a leg laying there. There's 2 intact bodies. Mostly they're fucked up, but like you can see all the pieces. One of them is just a leg. But judging from the puddle it's laying in, it seems like the rest of it was dragged off. You're not sure where. You do not see the bat creature.
I'm going to collect the. Do these guys have dog tags?
Yeah, they'll have dog tags. They're as far as you can tell, they're real soldiers. Yeah.
Okay, I'll collect the dog tags and put them in a secure pocket. Any of their I'll scavenge to see if they have any food or water on them.
They both have food and water on them.
So I'll grab some of that.
They also have their guns. One of them is intact. One of them's severely damaged.
I'll check to see if the intact one is bio-locked. If
They're
it's
both
if it's
bio-locked.
Yeah, I thought so. That would make sense. Did any of them have my
Doc is good with
confiscated gear?
technology, though.
Yeah, that's true. You might be able to hack one of these things.
You could possibly hack it. No, neither of them have your picker baton.
Yeah, why would I'll grab one of the rifles and grab a couple of enough clips, cough, in H terms to keep using it. And I'll pat them down. Are they all like same rank, like corporals and privates and stuff, or is there an officer? Is the lieutenant among them?
You do not see the lieutenant among them.
Okay.
These seem like, privates and 1 corporal. You found, so this is a rifle. It has the automatic quality. So you could do full auto with it. But it's also locked, so that's the issue with it. All the rest of the stuff, only one of them has stuff that's like usable at all. The other one's too messed up. But this guy has like a wrist computer and communication device, and some like credits, which there's no real. I don't know.
It's Martian money.
It's
So
Martian
it doesn't really
money,
help me
yeah.
here. Not that I needed. Do they use the same sort of tech we do, like the spikes, or do they have their own special radio?
They
tech?
have their completely own thing. Yeah, you're not sure how it works.
I'll try like flicking through it to see if I get any response or if I can hear. Well, actually, not. I won't try to talk to him. I'll try to tune it to see if I hear anybody.
Give me a technology check.
Sure. No.
Nothing. Like you don't know how this thing works. It does not work the way yours do, and you're unable to make it work. You think maybe because of the cave, but you're not sure. It seems that you're missing something crucial to making this device work properly.
Does it look like the same kind of radio that we used to use in the MCR, or is it a whole new thing?
No, it looks like a similar radio to that, but it definitely has some additions because it would have to function here. But you're not sure what those additions do.
I'll take one of their hand computers. I forget what they're called in verse.
Hand terminal.
Hand terminal. Yeah. Thank you. I'll grab I'll grab the corporal's hand terminal. Is it locked? Is he smart enough to actually bother password locking?
Yeah, it has a password and everything on it. Yeah.
All right, I'll pocket that and
it's like bio locked. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll grab his hand terminal and I'll make my way back to everybody.
Alrighty, you come back in the room. Elroy is chillaxing and kind of watching. Elroy, you're able to see that the doctor is definitely avoiding pressing some buttons, but that's all you'll really notice passively. Okay, so the other cylinder is here. You open it up. What else do you want to do? You want to put a rock in it and send it to Dr. Stone, potentially?
Yeah. We gotta test this.
Alrighty.
Is there anything soft I could put in there? Something mushy, just so I could see if it gets like squished on the way or something.
Yeah, there's two dead bodies
any
in
kind
the
of
next
sensor.
room.
Do we have anything that would be serve as a sensor for G forces or?
Yeah, you can put some of your like weather equipment in there, like a pressure gauge.
Yeah, I'd like to put something in there to, even if it loses connection, I'd like it to keep logging to see what happens to the atmosphere and the G forces on the way.
Very smart. I want to get in there, but I don't want to suffer those G's. So I was waiting to figure out how we would do that.
Absolutely.
I ain't playing.
Did we get that rock back, or did it just go one-way ticket?
He didn't send a rock yet.
Oh, I thought you did. Sorry.
No, he sent the first cylinder away
sensors with it,
so that he could open up this one.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, yeah. So you put a sensor in it. When you send it back, the whole cylinder sort of morphs so that the tip is pointing the other direction, and then it hammers down the track. And you're going to communicate with Dr. Stone that this is happening?
Yeah, I want to tell them. I believe I may have sent a delivery your way, Dr. Stone. Let me know if it arrives intact.
Oh, are you doing this? She'll say.
I don't know. That is what we are attempting to decipher.
We just had a lot of seismic activity over here. It stopped, but...
Yes, that may be. We will compare notes later. Just let me know if this arrives.
Okay. A few moments later, she'll message you back. Oh, we're having that seismic activity happen again. A big how do you do is not far from the site. Like a mile or so off.
Has it stopped?
Not yet. Yes, it has stopped now.
Has it arrived to your location?
Whatever you sent, it didn't come here. It came somewhere nearby, though.
Well, then hunt it down. Get moving.
We'll send out an expedition team. Yeah, I'll go with them. And she'll go do that. In the meantime, what's your plan?
Yeah, I think the doc has pretty much accomplished what she wanted to do here. I think she's kind of big into the discoveries, not really the homework and deciphering it. So she's just kind of gonna pass it off to the research crew, who she's gonna probably steal all of their credit from.
Yeah. Once the colony team gets here, there'll be research and stuff going on. So yeah. Corbinian, you look like you're about to say something.
Oh no, he just walks in. It'd be obvious I'm walking into the room with a Martian rifle and a hand terminal kind of tucked in my belt.
Looks like you got the last word after all, Kalen.
Just wish they listened to reason. But on the plus side, that probably spooked the heck out of them, so when our guys roll in, they might back off.
Hopefully it ends right here. After all, we didn't kill anybody.
Although our flying friend flew off somewhere with its snack, so I have no idea where it went. But on the plus side, it's fed, so there's that.
The doctor will begin to pick up vibrations nearby on the monitor.
Concerning vibrations?
You don't know what's causing them. They are nearby, near the room. They're coming from several directions. And on the screen, it just kind of makes, like, it's not like the earth moving, like with the train. You see, like, it's kind of fuzzy on the screen. Like, in these areas.
Okay, I'm going to tell my team something is incoming. I don't know if it's hostile or friendly. We should barricade in an appropriate position.
Oh. Don't have to tell me twice.
You guys are going to prepare for something to come. So you're going to take cover, essentially.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As we're taking cover, I'll kind of look over at you guys and say, can either of you crack a biolock? We might need this rifle in a second.
It's been a while since we scavenged one, but I could take a look at it.
Yeah, scavenger would be pretty good at that, actually, yeah. Go ahead and give me a intelligence technology.
I rolled a 10.
It's not very good.
No, it's not great. I'm going to need some more tools to get this working in here. All I got's my bare hands. I could break it apart for you, but that ain't going to do much good.
Yeah.
Doc is pretty good with technology.
You can try to, yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Let me take a look at that.
14's better.
14's much better. Between the two of your successes, you can definitely get it operational. Yeah.
And I got 1 stump point.
Nice.
You find a way to so you do find a fix. You find a way to unlock it, but if you put it down, Corbinian, it'll have to be unlocked again.
Okay, so it's basically temporary.
Yeah, you can use it for the scene, and after that, you have to unlock it again, or find a permanent way to unlock it.
Question: are the bullets in this thing armor piercing, or they just have regular shots? Depends what they thought they were going to be shooting at.
It does depend on what they thought they were going to be shooting at. So I'll give it... They weren't expecting to be shooting at armored people, so I'll give it a lower percentage. Ooh, yes they are.
At the very least, the corporal brought along armor-piercing rounds.
I got the lowest. I got the lowest possible percentage roll. So yeah, you absolutely. I got triple zeros here, so you definitely have armor-piercing rounds, which is pretty sick.
Yup. Yeah, once it's unlocked, I rack it and load it with a practiced ease, as if I've used this weapon multiple times. I'm very familiar with the weapon.
What? No way.
But hey, I'm a Martian. Maybe I served.
All Martians serve.
Exactly.
I don't know how to.
Every Martian served, no exception.
Look at it. But yeah, so you have your gun. Yeah, these fuzzy little marks are coming up, and then you see one like bigger that's causing greater seismic activity. But before like that one's far off. These little fuzzy spots, you start hearing this like zzz, like sort of vibration sound.
That's not good.
You're going to hear a strange sound come from the hole in the ground. You're not really sure what it is. It seems unrelated, but it's just like a weird, like squeal noise. It's a strange sound. But then these things come out of the wall. You can hear their strange wings beating the air as soon as they exit their little holes. They are about like this big, like a really big football. They have what look like these sharp little arms, and they have fly wings. And they just start.
Yet again,
You'll see them deploy
Extreme.
little stingers, and they start filling up the room. There's about 10 of them in here, flying around, looking for anything. And then they'll spot you. So we're going to go ahead and get some initiatives here.
yet again, this stream measures by football reference.
This one was especially funny to me because it's the size of a really big football, which could be anywhere from like the size of a Volkswagen to the size of a convention center. Like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but I held my
A
hands
really
up
big
like
football
this.
could be any size. Yeah, but if people are listening, that doesn't mean anything.
It's
the size of a
roughly-
really big football.
It's roughly 4 times the size of a football.
Fuck yeah, there we go. That's so good, bro. I was dying over here at the description of that
It's
size.
like a
I was
small
A
fucking laughing
regulation
so hard.
football.
It's a small to medium-sized dog. I don't know why I keep... football's a good unit of measurement. That's how we do it here
A really
in America.
big football could be any
It
size.
could
That's
be
just
any...
my
I
favorite.
mean, technically,
Because
yes.
you could have said a really big anything. You could have said a really big basketball. You could have said a really big controller or a big
Yeah,
trash
but they're
can.
more
It doesn't
football
matter.
shaped. They're more football shaped. They're very
God,
oblong.
I love you,
We
John.
should mention this is a primarily American broadcast. Sorry, Corp. So we are talking about American football for
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah, American
Yeah,
football.
not
Wrong
a
concept, yeah.
soccer ball. Yeah, don't be dumb.
Yeah,
Not a
what are we,
soccer ball.
filthy
We're talking about a
Europeans?
football.
No.
What are we, Canadian?
Do they call it football?
Of course they
it-
do. We're the only heathens.
We're the only ones that call it soccer, right?
Soccer, football, it depends who you talk to.
Okay.
Popularly, it's
Oh,
called soccer
sure.
here too.
Do the French Canadians call it football? Is that what the difference is?
I forget what it is en français.
Yeah,
I think it's football.
that's what
I
I,
think
thought.
Well, you
too.
can also
Gives
call
a
it soccer or something like that.
Soccer.
It depends on what they
Sacre
say.
de bleu. Take
It's
that,
called blue cheese.
take that French list.
It's called Frida Pride.
I can promise you the French
God,
don't listen to this.
Hey, you don't know. French Canadians are big on Twitch, apparently. I've run into them multiple times.
so into the chat, Lord Jesus Christ. We here in America judge distance with cheeseburgers per assault rifles per football field.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Per
funny.
If you are
School.
French Canadian, speak up. We will pander to you. Use the fresh out the box code. We will pander to you more.
Yeah, if you use the code, we will talk about Quebec.
I will learn French. We get enough of you guys.
Oh, français. So yeah, we got some initiatives. You guys did. Am I missing one? Oh, Gary never rolled his. That's okay.
I'm sorry, I had to step away and let the dog out. What do I need to roll a dex?
Yeah, you were laughing too hard about the football thing, I think.
12. Yeah, I'm
This is-
sorry. A
this is
really big
perception.
football.
Isn't it?
No, it's
Hey,
dexterity.
I
You can
roll.
keep the roll though. Just change your perception for your dexterity.
Yeah, I totally rolled the wrong thing.
I perceive my
Yeah.
speed.
I don't think you can get stuff points
Ah.
for initiative though.
I was so psyched about my
No.
roll too. That sucks.
No, you keep the roll. You just gotta -1
It's
it.
+1 instead of +2.
Yeah, so you got
All right,
17.
there you go. Ah. Rock and roll.
17, 15, 12.
I'm so happy to have this rifle right now for this fight because oh god, I was unarmed without it.
I was glad you picked it up too. I was like, huh.
When you're an acrobat, you're never unarmed.
Yes, I will Harley Quinn these things with my feet and some quips.
Sorry, I gotta roll however many I said there were in here. I think it was 6.
2,000. It's not rocks fall to die if the rocks are trying to bite you.
Alrighty. Which one of you got the 12? That's Elroy.
Grease lightning over there.
And 15 was Kalen.
Yeah.
And 17 was the doctor. Okay, so one of them's going to dive bomb right into you guys. It'll go for the biggest target probably. Suck it, Elroy. Get stung.
He's a big football shape. So all those football cracks get you. Stinging.
Wait. The 13 hit you, buddy? Gary?
Does the 13 hit? That's a great question. It does. I have an 11 defense, 4 armor, 5 toughness.
Alrighty. This is a melee attack, so I think it goes to your toughness.
Armor still kicks in.
Does it? I thought armor was for ballistics.
Armor's anything.
Okay.
Unless it has something like armor piercing, then it can ignore part of the toughness. Because
Oh.
armor's added to your toughness. Toughness is just your natural ability to withstand hits.
This is 9 damage as a stinger stings you.
Plink, I think?
Yeah, that breaks even, right?
So it's going to stab you in your armor. It doesn't get through all the way. After that, the doctor's turn.
Okay, how many mobs do we have here?
6.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
We're in it.
Yeah, it's not awesome. Do we have any?
What if you try to summon one of those tubes to try to smash into them? Because they're kind of in the room, right?
Yeah, they're in the room.
So you might be able to batter them with the machine.
I like the idea, but I kind of need to draw and defend myself. Okay.
You have a pistol.
Can
It's not the
I
worst idea.
can I lure them towards one of those things or one of those tubes?
Right now, they're kind of flying around the room. They just spotted you, so the first one came right for you. So, yeah, it seems like you could probably lead them towards there. But the tubes do take a while to get here.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
my
Yeah.
concern. Okay, so I already drew my weapon, correct?
Yeah, you got your weapon out.
Okay.
'cause we were
I'd like
prepping
to
for an
aim.
Aim is not a
I
bad
guess
idea.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna aim. I'm trying to find the moves. Okay, for my minor action, I'm gonna aim, and then I guess I'm gonna ranged attack the one that's coming at me.
Alrighty, one of them is flying towards you. It hasn't gotten a chance to go yet. Go ahead and shoot it.
All right, so it's gonna be accuracy. Nine. How's that do?
These things are flying around. Your shot goes wide. Misses.
No reaction to the sound.
No, they don't seem bothered by it.
That's good
All
to
right,
know.
I guess I'm done.
Boom. Kalen Hara.
Any of them look like they're zooming at me, or they're just zooming at those two?
No, there's definitely some coming. They're just swarming you guys. Yeah, they just haven't gotten here yet.
I'll fire at one of the ones a little further away. Ba-da-da. Bang.
Got 2 stun points.
I hit with a 9?
Oh shit! I just saw stun points. I didn't really think about it. No, you missed with a 9. You got no stun point. Ba-da-da! You've never fired this gun before. It kicks a little harder than you remember. After that, one of them's going to dive bomb the doctor. Doctor, I'm not going to ask you if I hit you because I definitely hit you. 4. A stinger's going to come flying through your lab coat, dealing 11 damage.
Holy fudging muffins.
It's a lot.
But my defense is 11, so that doesn't get through it, right?
No. Your other thing. The defense is to
Armor
hit
plus
you.
toughness. Yeah.
Yeah, the defense is to hit you. On that, I got like a 16.
Okay, my armor toughness is only 2 on armor, 3 on toughness.
So 5.
So you're going to take 6.
Ow.
Ridiculous.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, you got stabbed. It sucks. After that, Elroy.
I'm gonna run over to the dock and I'm gonna tell me what you want me to roll. I want to pull aggro. That's what I want to do. I want to pull aggro, and then next turn I'll try to get in position. Kalen, let's see if we can line these damn things up. Doc, you stay on the console. And I'll sort of run towards the center of the room and make a communication impressive weapon check and start swinging my wrench around, making a bunch of noise. Come on, you flying bastards, come get some.
What does impressive weapon do? It's for social. interactions,
Impress. Right? Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay. Well, there's a taunt. But that's a stunt. You could do a stunt attack.
Yeah, that sounds like to me too.
All right, let me do a stunt action with my impressive weapon.
That sounds like a euphemism, folks. That this is all mechanical, we swear.
That is a hit. So I'll allow you to use the taunt ability. Roll an opposed test of communication deception versus willpower self-discipline against any target within 10 meters of you.
Also churn.
Oh shit, churn.
Yeah, because you gotta see.
What kind of roll was it? I'm sorry. Communication?
So there is a roll that it's asking for, but they're dumb bugs, so it's just gonna work. Yeah, you'll
cool.
you'll taunt the one off of Lovelace. Any of the other ones that are out here are gonna go for the closest target. And so the only one that's not on you is the one going for Kalen. Which we'll get that
I'm
one
about to
out.
have 5 on me. Let's keep count, fellas.
We'll get that one out the way. Kalen, what's your defense?
12.
I do not hit you, so that one zooms by you. And then I'm gonna hit Gary with 3 more attacks. 4. Okay, cool. That one hits. That one, 5, 6, 7, 8. Miss. Hit with stunt points. Hit. Miss. Okay, so I got 2 hits on you. One with stunt points. I'll do that damage first. You ever roll a bunch of 1s?
Haha.
Alright, so the first one hits your armor. I'm not even going to do the math on it. I'm not going to give it the dignity of math.
This is why you bring a tank to an exploration.
This one's going to do 9 to you. Does that hit your armor? So yeah, man, you're just wearing too much armor for these bugs to get through. Pink. That's all of them. Doctor, it's your turn.
I'm not like super useful right now.
Could you change like the air pressure in the room? We don't need the tube, but if these things are flying, we can make them get all stirred up. I mean, we're strapped in suits, so we'll be fine.
GM, is there a ruling on whether I can do that or know how to do that?
When the tubes are coming, the pressure in the room gets tighter because the cylinder is jamming air into this room.
Then I'd like to try and pull them all in at once if I'm allowed.
You want to try to pull all the tubes in?
Yeah.
So what you were finding was you could only do it one at a time, but you might be able to override something maybe. Go ahead and give me a intelligence technology to see if you can uses this thing in a way that is not
Holy
Turns
good
up.
golly.
a 20 with 6 stun points. That means the churn goes up.
Yeah. Because of course it does. Of course we get great rolls when we don't really necessarily want the turn to go up.
26.
Thanks, Dice. Thanks for helping us out.
Churn is at 26.
No, it's getting spooky.
Yeah, this will be a fun fight for something to happen too, because the potential. So it definitely works. What do you? Let me know what you want to do with those stun points. But in the meantime, all the doors that aren't collapsed are gonna open, and there'll be like a wah 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 kind of noise. There are 8 doors, including the one you came through. 2 of them work. 2 of them are collapsed.
Thanks, man.
So that means 5. 5 doors open up. Oh, what's up,
Can
Van?
I use
We all just got
Can I use high tech hustle and infiltration stunts to get the blocked ones open?
Let me read them.
If I
High-tech
perform it well enough.
hustle. With an injection of technological and quick mod to the device, you sidestep one minor complication impeding your current goal, or give yourself the ability to perform one task you otherwise couldn't in the current situation. Okay. And what was the other one you wanted to use? High-tech hustle and what?
That was it.
Oh, that was it.
I don't want to spend more than 3.
We're pretty close
So-
to 30. It's getting spooky.
You'll realize how to override the safeties to allow all the tubes to come here. You'll see that it pops up that 2 of the tubes are blocked. You can't read what it's saying, but you understand. You think that if you push a button, it'll send them anyways.
Okay, but it doesn't count unless I do my technobabble. So, yes. Well, I'm going to reroute the routine maintenance shaft protocol to get it into the hub network zone with.
Doc, whatever the hell you're doing, you better do it fast.
Why do aliens have to make everything football shaped? I don't even get it. It's not even that good a sport.
So the pressure in this room goes up quite a bit. As all these doors open up. Obviously, the ones that are collapsed can't open, but we'll see what happens here in a minute. These tubes come rushing in, and the pressure, we'll see what it does to these bugs. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's not fine.
I'm so glad we're in suits though that have been treated because
The pressure gets pretty bad. You'll see 2 of the bugs just start leaking out of their faces, and they'll drop. The other 4 are still flying around, but they seem like they're having difficulty flying straight. The
Classic.
Terra, what do you call it? The size, the topographical map that you have on the sand screen is going nuts right now. But if you recall, there was another shape on there that you didn't know what it was previously. It will get to the room that you're in. One of the walls will break open. All of the tubes are still on their way here. It's still happening. It just takes a minute. But a creature pops out of the wall. It looks like some kind of large worm burrowing through the ground. It's going to come out of the wall, slam back into the wall, and sort of come around in the dirt towards you guys.
is it a critter?
Yeah, it's a large worm-like creature.
Like
Does it look like builder technology?
Like a trimmer?
It looks biological.
Like a graboid?
Yeah, it looks like a graboid.
Oh shit!
It's not a graboid, but yeah, it's kind. I mean, that's a good approximation.
Shai Halud, it brings the spice.
Yeah, Shai Halud is here. I can never resist a good groundworm. It is going to pop in and out of the wall a little bit, but it is now in the initiative order.
Oh crap!
We'll go ahead and drop it back to the top of the order here because a lot has changed. Those two are dead. A new creature is here. So the bugs are flying around aimlessly. Doctor, it is your turn. This new creature shows up. And the cylinders are coming to this room. You think all 8 of them. Or all 7 of them.
Is this room about to become a blender there, Doc? Or is this a room we should really be anywhere near?
Can I send them all out immediately? 2 separate destinations. Since we've
so they don't
already
all come in and...
You can stop them
killed things.
if you want, but right now they're all coming to this room.
Keep them coming.
How many enemies are left besides the swarm?
There's the worm and 4 flying insect creatures.
So quite a bit of them there. The 4 are hurt, though.
Yeah, they don't seem to be as focused as they were. They seem to be kind of confused.
Imagine the air pressure headache they're suffering right now.
The air pressure is really
The
bad.
whole world just crushing you.
I was just thinking it's about to get 6 times worse, right? With all of those screaming in at once.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty bad.
Is there any technological out for me in this situation?
Well, either we stick our guns and hope those cylinders baff the hell out of that worm, or we need to be in the other room running for our lives. Really,
I'm going just to break the veil of illusion. On my turn, I'm going to try to dive on and hold this worm in position so he gets squished by one of these rail things. And I've still got the other 4 taunted onto me for now. I'm going to try to make them all get hit by a column. Or by a torpedo. That's my plan. I could make all 5 die at once. All I got to do is roll out of the way fast.
If that's the strat, then you might be able to mess with your tech to time it, so that way you have the tubes come in at the perfect time to smack into the worm. Like you're making this into a crushing machine.
You might be able to adjust
Yes,
the
exactly.
speed. Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
They're already coming in faster. You already made them come in faster than they were last time, but you can try. You're not sure what'll happen. You're in uncharted territory here, but you can increase the pressure. Oh no, did we? Oh no, okay.
Not yet.
I thought there was.
What is the churn, in case the audience is curious?
26.
Okay, so about 4 away, in case you're wondering.
4 away.
Nah, they wouldn't do that to us. Not gonna happen. So I guess I want to try and dive into the other room through Elroy's rock maze there. I want to try to...
The doctor's going to get out of here. Excellent.
That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. This room is super dangerous to be in.
So you open the door to the other room. I'm assuming you closed it behind you, right, Kalen? Or did you not?
I would have kept it open a crack for us to get in and out. Also, just to get air circulating, because it's dangerous to.
Well, in that case, the air pressure is leaking out of there. So there's like a weird pressure thing trying to suck people out. It's not like that strong, but it's definitely a sensation you could feel.
Oh, that's cool. It would actually help you get out once you started to do the belly crawl to get out of the door. It would blow you. It would blow you out.
Give me
You're like ketchup out of a bottle.
So in order to jump through this in one clean turn, you're gonna have to give me a dexterity, acrobatics, or strength athletics. I think is a thing.
Yeah, athletics is a strength thing. I think strength or con, but I think it's strength. You can do it, Doc. I believe in you.
Looking for a 13 here. What'd you get? 14?
14.
Hell yeah, the doctor.
Very nice.
Pretty lithe for her nerdy little frame. She leaps through and just slips right on. The air pressure helps you. You get to the other side of the stone wall. You're now in this room with a bat full of adrenaline. No, I'm just kidding. Be really funny if it came back right now, but no, that's just too convenient. All right. Now it's Kaylin's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow after the doctor.
Give me the
That's
same
a big
check.
worm. I do not want to be fighting it. Acrobatics.
You
17.
dive through. That's a 6 on the stunt dice. We're at 27.
All right.
27. But you are able to jump through the hole. You see your companions jump out of this room that's about to become an impact hammer.
That's what I was thinking of.
So Gary, how open to you are you to re-rolling this character?
So here's the thing. I'm taking them all down with me, bro. Check this out. I'm gonna grab the worm, Jahan. I'm gonna make a strength check to grapple it. The worm creature.
We'll see.
How you feel about that?
We'll see about that.
All
Yeah.
right. Uh-oh. That's
Still,
not it.
If it's any consolation, oh, it's not a consolation. I was gonna say that could have been an attack roll that a stunt that you could use to grab it.
Alrighty.
That was better, but it's
You put your
that's not
hands
good.
on it, and it pulls you across
Boon.
across the sand.
Oh, I do have a boon, right? I can re-roll.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you know.
I'm gonna...
I'm gonna let you know. Not-
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
with where you're starting from, don't waste your boon, buddy. Don't waste your boon.
Well,
It is an
Yeah.
opposed check, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he could botch his strength check, too.
Yeah, but,
yeah, but if you rolled a bunch of 5s and 6s,
I mean, are you gonna
yeah,
re-roll
that's
the
true.
whole
He might have
thing?
rolled hot. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I was thinking about just doing a whole re-roll, just to fucking... Because giving myself a couple of 1s and 2s here, like you said, it ain't gonna do it.
That could happen. Yeah, if you re-roll the whole thing, it could work.
Yeah, let me just get a whole re-roll. Let me just do the whole
if
fuck.
only
Let's
one of the
just-
die sucks, you can spend fortune to fix it. But if all of them suck,
Exactly.
fortune can't fix it. You know.
Full re-roll. Let's do it. Let's do another strength might check. There goes my boon into the trash, and I rolled a 20 that time.
20's pretty good. Let's see.
Is it enough? Otherwise, you have to start certain momentum. Fortune. Wrong game.
Fortune, yeah.
Well,
I feel like 20's... I'm feeling the 20.
20's pretty darn
you
good.
got a 20. I got a 19.
Fuck yeah,
Holy
girl!
heck.
Fuck yeah, girl! All right. So I grab this worm creature, and I'm gonna give him the old spinneroonie. I'm gonna spin him around. I'm gonna hit his bug boys with him, and I've got it. I've got a fucking grip on him. I really don't care if there's any damage or not, just for the sheer effect of it. That's the flavor here.
It's almost like you're riding Bronco in like a stampede or something, just yeehawing the top of this worm.
Yeah, you
It
just hit.
dives out of the wall straight at me, and I catch it with 2 hands by the head. I swing it up through the air and hit some of the other bugs and swing it back down and slam it onto the ground. I've got it held in position for one of these, what are we calling them? One of the missiles to come zooming in here
Yeah.
and just cut it directly in half.
Yeah, this thing's pretty massive. Mostly what you do is you successfully redirect it, and you smash these bugs with it. They're not destroyed or anything yet, but they are hurt by it. It will... Yeah, it crashes in the wall, and we'll say you eat up its turn. Do the two of you want to do anything on your next turn? Doctor and Kaylin?
I'd like to try to close the door, close them in there.
You're gonna close Gary in there?
Oh, it'll increase
Sorry,
the pressure
Gary.
anyway. He's in a suit. He'll
Yeah.
be fine.
That's true. He is in a suit. Okay.
Worst to worst, I'll open the door if I need to and shoot in. But for
Yep.
now, it's better to closed.
You don't even need to roll. You know how to operate this door. You have the control rod. You're able to close it. Gary, Elroy will see the door closing.
The wheels are turning in Elroy's head. I'm wondering if the pressure is going to build up so high that I can jump as these things come in here and be launched straight up. Wonder where that goes.
It's worth a shot. You'll see the lights lighting up in all these tunnels. You'll feel the pressure wave coming, and it feels bad. What do you?
Yeah, there's only one place for the pressure to go, and it's up. I'm going to start looking up and see if there's a ledge, a door, anything, so that if the pressure sends me up, I don't come crashing back down, because now gravity could be the problem.
It's completely smooth, baby boy, up and down.
Oh, you have your hammer, right? As you get jumped up, baff it into something as a kind of way to have to hook yourself in.
Into this fucking slate rock, bro. I could try.
So
if that's how it goes, that's I'm gonna have to try to anchor myself. Yeah, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna let the pressure instead of squish me. Take it with me. Strength might.
Are you in a suit, like a space suit type thing, or are you just in armor?
Mine is. I actually got a heavier diving suit before we came down, because I wasn't sure what the pressures were going to be. So I have a heavy diving suit, not a space suit. And under that, I have a giant parka.
Good golly, 21.
21.
Okay.
Well, if you were ever going to do anything.
Churn.
Yeah, and churn generated. Churn is at 28.
God
Gary
damn it.
jumps up into the air. The pressure comes. Gary, you talking to us?
Yeah, I bring the churn down by 6 with my 6 stump points. I'm going to bring it down by 5 altogether.
Okay, so, to be fair to
It's
how it
infiltration.
works,
Or 4.
it has to be what you're doing has to be related
it has
to
to be
infiltration.
infiltration.
Yeah, you cannot use infiltration stunts right now during combat, unless you're doing an infiltration
that's
thing,
true.
but you're not. You can use something else though.
All right,
But
let me look at these stunts again.
yeah, look at the stunts again. You jump. You hear a loud crash noise as those 2 block tunnels get lanced by these stone columns. The guys on the outside in the other room hear just the loudest, just cacophony of sound. It sounds like the world ended in that room. The pressure builds up, launches you straight up this tube, Gary. I'm going to say, with your 21, you're absolutely able, you ride this pressure wave up, and you slam your hammer into the wall to hold on. With a 21, I'm going to let you do it. 21 says, nigh impossible. That's just nigh impossible, dude. You did it.
So I don't actually want to spend 4 stunt points. I don't actually want what comes with it, but I do want to do just sort of with a flourish. Like, not only do I do this, it's so fucking cool. I nail it. It's fucking so cool, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
So
if you guys saw it, you would have been impressed, but the door was closed.
Yeah, you do.
The story afterwards can be cool.
Yeah, you have a hell of a story to tell now. And when you tell it, it'll be true. Yeah, I'll say this gives you definitely a bonus to some bullshit bar scene in the future. But yeah, dude, you're hanging up there, boom. You hear just ba 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 ba. There's a loud, lots of popping, all kinds of horrible noises down below. You'd only need to add 2 vamp, actually. But
If I can interrupt.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to.
It'll help in a bullshit bar scene in a way that we're going to get into honoraries now? Or...
Ha!
We haven't gotten into that mechanic yet.
We haven't,
That'd be an opening.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we can start getting into honorifics here. He did something that is sort of honorific worthy. So yeah, absolutely. I would say that we could start getting into that soon here. Probably at the retelling of this, there'll probably be some honorifics to be bestowed.
All right, cool.
But yeah, so you're hanging at the top of the shaft by your hammer. The pressure wave kind of stops, and you're just hanging there. All the noise inside the room stops. What do the 2 of you guys do?
I click the radio and go, "You still alive in there?"
Your radio. There's no way your radio is. Well, let me give it a chance. Your radio might be out. Let's see.
Because of the pressure.
Yeah, because of it was pretty intense. No, your radio works.
Yeah, but I'm in a sticky situation.
Well, I imagine everything in there is paste, I'd guess.
Oh, no. That's all about, 200 meters below me right now.
Oh, crap.
You don't know how he got up that high, but he did.
Doctor, I need the door open so I could somehow save him from falling to his death.
You still got that rope,
just a
Kalen?
moment.
You
Just
guys,
a moment. Brute, were your sensors on?
Hell yeah, my sensors were on. You think I had time to shut them off?
Good. Perfect test subject. You would do well.
I mean, hey, free data.
Take it where you got it.
you open up the doors. You look at the room. These bugs are just paste. You can see this creature split in half by one of these large transports. Don't see any sign of Elroy at all.
I don't see it, all right, man. Give me a bit of guidance. I just see a lot of viscera.
Up.
What do you mean up?
you see him way up there hanging.
Oh, for God's sake.
And
What the hell?
it's about 10 minutes.
Elroy, were you thinking any happy thoughts?
Huh.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's about
Stalactite. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Stalactite.
It's a little early, but that's a good point to stop with you hanging in peril. So, hey everybody, that was the Expanse. That got out of hand quick, didn't it? Thanks everyone for watching. This has been Fresh Out the Box Plays the Expanse from Green Run and Publishing. I'm the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, Jahananan. And Gary can do the rest.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of this fine show. Jahan is the brains. He's the heart. He's the soul. Me, I'm the mouth. That's I'm here to tell you to go to greenronin.com. Go to the store at Green Ronin. Buy all the stuff that you want to buy. And when you buy it, use the checkout code Fresh Out the Box, all one word. You will save money. Our channel will make a little money. You could support Green Ronin. They are kind of a small indie developing company. I guess they're kind of one of the big guys now, actually. They're not as small as they used to be. Good on you, Green Ronin.
They're getting there,
They're sort
man.
of in the middle.
They're getting there.
Yeah, man. They still need our love and support, though. Go to Green Ronin store. Buy what you need to buy. Support our channel. Watch our shows. Follow our friends. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. We will catch you guys most Thursdays right here for Thursdage.
And don't forget that Green Ronin is still accepting late pledges for the Expanse backer kit that's going on right now. They're going to have a new version coming out. You guys can help us get over the threshold for more pledge totals and everything like that. So if you can get in on that, that would be super helpful.
Get those stretch goals up,
Captain
guys.
Tremaine.
Yeah.
Let's get the stretch goals. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah,
and
get the stretch goals up.
We might be getting our hands on some of those Expanse minis that we might end up painting on stream, so that could be fun.
Oh, dude, I would be totally down. Yes, but I've been Captain Tremaine. Get in on that, please. Y'all have a good one. And
I've been 80 Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can follow me over on Blue Sky, Corbinian.bluesky, BSKY. You can also follow me here on Twitch as under Corbinian, as I do various TTRPGs like War Stories on Saturdays, Fabulous Ultima on Mondays, and I play in Star Trek Adventures on Tuesday. Finale is coming up for that. We're going to be doing a new thing after that, so hopefully all that goes well. Otherwise, at some point, I do play other games. I will be doing video game streams in the future, but you'll have to see when that happens. So if you want to know when I'm doing exactly, check my schedule out, and you'll see when I am. Otherwise, I'll see you all another place, another time. Or hopefully here again.
Thanks for watching episode 5. Stay fresh.